he might win on that. That was a situation where there's, where you can probably expect other gang members to have a gun. So, he was on King Von's side, right? Or no, on the other side. He was on the other side.
He was on the other side.
Right. And so they're all beefing with each other, and I've seen the video. And I think cops were firing into the crowd at that point too, weren't they?
At one point, I believe the police shot 2 other people. I don't know. Little Tim got shot himself. I'm not sure who shot him, though. I'm not sure we know for a fact who shot Little Tim.
All I got to say is he might have a shot.
So that's what I'd seen, too, The only thing I was kind of wondering about is, Vaughn was just beating up Quando Rondo.
Yeah.
It didn't really, is it reasonable to say his life was in danger?
Well, it's one thing. We don't know what was said between the parties right then and there. And it seems like something was brewing, and it just all of a sudden got physical, and it got crazy all of a sudden. And so it's just gonna come down to one thing and one thing only: who started it, and whether what Little Tim did was reasonable. Those are the 2 questions that need to be asked or answered.
And that'll be up to the jury to decide that?
Well, here's the problem. If he doesn't get a self-defense instruction, he's kind of hosed. So he'll need to get an instruction that if you find that the defendant was acting in self-defense, he's not guilty of a crime, that kind of thing. And if they don't get that instruction, then what's his defense? Then he doesn't have one.
And that would be something I take it his lawyers would be fighting for?
For sure, yeah. Self-defense or defense of others.
Okay.
And generally, self-defense is presumed. In other words, the government has to prove that the person did not act in self-defense. So they have to prove a negative.
So that makes it look really good on his side then.
If he gets a self-defense instruction. If you find out that, they had a motions hearing and the defense will not be getting the self-defense instruction, you can expect a plea to something quickly, I would bet.
Okay, so it wouldn't even go to trial.
Without a self-defense instruction, there is no defense. Unless it's an accidental discharge of the firearm, which totally is not in accordance with what the facts are.
Well, man, this was really informative. A really dope interview.
Well, it was great to meet you.
You too.
We'll hook next time we're out in LA, because we went out to LA and did Adam No Jumper interview. When we come out there again, we'll hook up and I'll buy you a steak.
Man, that sounds good. I'm with that 100%, man.
All right, good to talk to you.
Definitely, man. It was good to talk to you, man. I appreciate you.
All right.